A, being 5 minutes late. It's been quite a hectic morning. And B, being an hour and 5 minutes late because the clocks went back last week in the UK. And it would appear that the clocks didn't go back everywhere, which happened in summer as well. I think it's only like a week's crossover. Oh, we have got my voice coming through. That's not what we want. We do want some music though. I'm 5 minutes late because I was actually eating this. I don't want to eat it on camera. I'm just going to turn the microphone off for 2 minutes. I will put some music on though to fill the void. I'm going to stand here as well so you can't see me eating. Okay, that's better. I can speak now. I just got my coffee. Yeah, no, I am quite unprepared this morning. And that is because my son has tonsillitis. So it's been an unusual morning. My routine's all out of whack. Sorry if you got a fright with the music though. It's quite loud. Hello, Craig Kelly. When is the general broadcast? I'm not sure what that means. Hello, Ashley. This is pretty early for you. Oh, man. Right, I haven't... Well, I think I've worked on this maybe an hour since last week. I've been working on the next tutorial, which is actually nearly done. That'll be for Gumroad and Patreon, if you follow me on those. Kind of wish I had worked on it a bit more because it's looking pretty rough. But I'm sure we can get something a bit. Hello, Seagull Rush. Hello, Marcio Rebello, Elliot, Maud speaking this time. Look at those boobs. What is going on with this model? Might just hide that altogether. Maybe redo that at some point. Oh, do I? Oh, that's good. That is significantly bigger than that. Oh yeah. So it should be. It's just. Has. Oops. Oh, thanks, Cyan. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How are you? Quite achy. Actually, I'm really tired today. But I'm not going to complain. It's been a pretty rough week. But it's been better for me than it has been for my son. So I can't complain. Only 5 minutes late. Hang on a minute. You're late every single week. In fact, you don't even turn up some weeks. This is my Zootopia mug. Oh, nice one, Robin Lench. Which tutorial though? I've got a few. Right, I need to work out where this is going wrong. I think the eyes are a bit too big. Maybe I should have started a new one. That pupil isn't the right size, it's gonna confuse me. Oh, the Retopo head. Oh, nice. Nice one. Nice mug. Thanks. I constantly have that Shakira song stuck in my head because my children love it. Hi, Ferengate. This coffee is going down really quick. Beginning to feel its effects quite rapidly. So how's everyone's week been? I'm gonna take it easy today, by the way. You know, I always like try and speed sculpt. I'm really gonna sort of take it easy. Hello, Francois. Oh, Gary. How's it going? You seem very excitable. Exactly, what's the rush? When the reggae music comes on, that's when things will really slow down. Bet that whistling sounds horrible through the microphone. Sorry, I'll try not to do that. Well, thanks, Joseph. I'll try. I'm super fast at sculpting. Were you not here last week? This is carrying on from last week. I'm whistling again. I want to get rid of an edge loop here. Now, ignore me if you're wanting to create a model for animation. This edge loop that I'm about to delete, you want to keep, because it's going to be important for letting your eye blink. But for sculpting purposes, I want to get rid of it. Because it's getting in the way. That one or that one? Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, I can tell you. That one. I never actually said what I do. I know Pixelogic like it when I introduce myself. So 20 minutes late, or apparently an hour and 20 minutes late. Hello, my name is Danny Mac, and I create stylized female characters. That's all you really need to know. That's just what I do. People have stopped asking why I don't do male characters now. I think people have just got the hint. Wow, Maud says, why don't you make a male character? Oh my god, I did not see that coming from you, Maud. Oh my god, you are so unpredictable. Hey Danny, how do you get the lips so puffy? I couldn't get them to overlap without messing the other one up. Okay, so polygroups, you ready? Polygroups. So obviously I've got the top lip and the bottom lip grouped onto separate ones. And I press this, but this isn't part of the vanilla UI, so I'm going to show you. You come to brush, auto masking, and turn mask by polygroups up to 100. And what that is going to do is, doesn't matter how big I make my brush now, I'm only going to affect one polygroup at a time. And an alternative approach, you might use Move Topological, which has a kind of a similar effect. I don't think it'll probably work that well in this case though. Maybe something like that would work well for eyelashes where they're separate meshes. That'll work really well. So I can move them around separately. Or masking, yeah. If you don't want to use polygroups, which I do just because I can control my, so I retopologize my mesh quite early on, so I might as well use the topology. But if you have Dynamesh or something like that, then you can quite easily just mask out the lower one like that, and then there you go. How will polygroups affect the retopo? Okay, so the polygroups aren't going to affect the retopo affects the polygroups. So what I mean, like the way I made these polygroups was, see, if you had Dynamesh and you wanted to do it, what you'd do is sort of do something along the lines of this, and it would be sort of a bit imprecise, which is fine as long as you retopologize it later. But because I do have topology, I can be like really precise with it. So I could, so this, what I normally do is knock out an edge loop like that, shrink it, and then I have this. So let's say I don't have my polygroups. Let's just group everything. So this is what I've got. Then I'll just and make sure when you do this as well, come up to your high subdivision level. Otherwise, your polygroups go a bit weird. And then I group that first. I group the whole mouth first. So I have the mouth as a polygroup. It might be worth extending that a little bit, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. And then I can come in here and really easily split this in half. I'm just pressing Control W to create the polygroups, by the way. But you have to retop or before use it for things like lips. No, not necessarily, but you can have more precise control if you do. I will always advocate retop or early on in the sculpting process, but that's just how my mind works. A lot of people, in fact it seems more people are most keen on just using Dynamesh. Is my question answered by that as well? What was your question? And it's easy to use the select tool then. Polygroup method is ideal though because you can't save the maps. Yeah, yeah, that's a good. Well, I mean you can save the maps, but it's you need UVs and it's a ball ache. Yeah, it's a lot easier to use Polygroup. Name of the app, please. Is it Cinema 4D? No, this is ZBrush. Danny, how did you set the polygroup so clean? Oh right, oh yeah, just because I set them with my topology. That's how. It's the topology that's clean, not the polygroups. Relatively clean anyway. See what happens if you start. I'm just gonna leave it. No, it's better to set groups in high poly, but it's easier to find your groups when it's still low poly, if that makes sense. So it's easier to manipulate the geometry on your lowest subdivision level, then shoot up to your highest before you do the polygroups. I'm not entirely sure what ZBrush is doing, to be honest. Why sometimes the polygroups mess up, but that's what seems to work for me at least. Did you modify your UI, by the way? I have heavily modified my UI. If you would like to experiment with it, it's available on my Gumroad, which is gumroad.com/DannyMac, and of course it's free. Oh, sorry, I've just noticed you said, how did you modify your UI? Sorry. It doesn't matter because I would have plugged my Gumroad anyway. But to do that, you come up to Preferences, Config, and then click Enable Customize. And then what you can do is, I think it's Control Shift. No, Control Alt. Yeah, Control Alt. You can start moving stuff around, placing it on your UI, and then to save it, I press Control Shift I to initialize, I think, or something. I can't remember. I've not done it for a while, but you can save it out to its separate file here. Oh, thanks, Gary. Oh. Okay, so for my shift action, I'm now getting damn standard for some reason. Oh no, orb cracks, in fact. Let's go, let's smooth. There we go. Yeah, bother. I might make that rose in this stream. That'll be quite fun, I think. She looks a bit tired, this girl. Forgot to. Feels that feels a bit better. A little bit. I'll get rid of them. These eyes feel too wide. Something not right here. I think. How do you go about making her like that or like this? Oh, this is just a mushy mess. I actually just grabbed a sphere and molded it around for a little bit. Later on, I'll probably make it a bit more interesting. Eventually, this is going to be X-Gen hair, like realistic style hair. I think. Just depends, actually. I'm not decided yet. Yeah, I do also have a hair tutorial. In fact, I'm working on an X-Gen tutorial now, which I've nearly finished. This is the quickest turnover of any tutorial I've ever made, I think. You can have a little peek at it if you want. I know that Gary supports me on Patreon. I'm not sure anyone else in here does though. I don't mean it's the quickest tutorial, as in it doesn't last very long. Currently it lasts quite longer than I expected, actually. I mean, it's not taking me long to do. this shit? Not right. Maybe the eyeball size. She does have big eyes though. Coming in a little bit, maybe. Thanks, Gary. I don't know what's going on with the chat though. It seems to be going a bit funny. Let's I think this is what's throwing me. So like the upper eyelid is thicker than the lower eyelid, so it gives it this effect that it's like overlapping, which I generally don't put in because it's easier topology wise and the eyelashes cover it anyway. But I think it's throwing me off. I'll do that. It looks a bit messy, but does significantly help me see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just do the eyelashes. That would help. See, this like refining bit. This is what I don't normally do on the stream because it's just like a lot of backwards and forwards. It's a bit tedious. I guess it could be interesting though. Danny, do you work in orthographic mode on a character? I jump between orthographic and perspective. Let's not get into the orthographic perspective conversation though, because it only gets people triggered. Just do what works for you. As As long as it turns out looking good, it doesn't really matter. No rules, only tools. By the way, Dan, have you ever considered creating a Discord group where people can share their work, talk about it and stuff? I don't know, should I start a Discord? Questions about Discord do not trigger me. So just so you're aware, I do have a Discord channel, but I didn't really have the time to keep on top of it, and when I did use it, it was generally just to offload, and it was just generally when I was pissed off about something, and I'd go in and like just be annoying to everyone, and I recognised this, so I decided to delete it. Well, no, sorry, I didn't delete it, I just decided not to get involved, which turns out to be as good as deleting it, because it is the least active Discord server in the world. Well, bear one, but I'm not going to mention it. The den is still there. Hi Danny, I'm new in 3D world and I'm learning watching your videos, but I have a question. I want to sculpt an asymmetric expression face, so what do I have to do for retopology? Just do the same thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. So what I do is I create a symmetrical face, retopologize it, and then create the expression. In your case, I wouldn't even retopologize it. Sod balls to asymmetrical retopology. What a ball ache! I've started doing that once in my life, and it took so long that I just gave up and decided never to make that mistake again. Hello, Aubrey. It's true. Like, I don't know why the server required me to always be there to survive. That's the bit I couldn't. I just can't. I don't have enough time. Like, I'm just so stretched for time. Hi Danny, I recently started using ZBrush. I find the eyes the most difficult part to sculpt. What do you think? I find the most difficult part to sculpt, and I have since my very first sculpt, is something that's known as retrorbicularis or oculi fat, and I'm basically on that right at this very moment. Guess who's been studying anatomy recently? It's this fat, it's this bit of overhanging skin right here that can literally frustrate me for hours on end. I can spend, and I'll just be going round and round in circles. Hi Danny, when do you use X-Gen hair versus sculpted hair in ZBrush? Well, I actually never use X-Gen hair in ZBrush because... no, that's not what you meant. It just depends. If it's going to be a... see, if you think of it in terms of drawing, if it's going to be a sketch, then I'll just use poly hair in ZBrush. But if it's going to be like a portfolio type piece, then I'll use X-Gen. Most of the pieces that I'm going to be doing in future, I think are going to be using X-Gen though. I think I'm going to start pushing my models. Yeah, what kind of reference, Gary? I find it easy to just box model the eyes. Yeah, I mean, if I come down to a low... Sometimes I do come down to a low subdiv level like this and like tweak individual verts. Still, I really struggle to... I'm sure I'll get it. I know when it looks right, I think. I just don't know the easiest path to get there, if that makes sense. That's the same with a lot of my, especially the torso. Like, I know when it looks wrong, like I can see that it looks wrong. I just don't always necessarily know what needs to be done to get it right, so I just end up sculpting around and round in circles for ages until I suss it out, basically. With tons of reference though. Hello, I have a question. I wanted to know if doing sculpting in ZBrush can improve drawing skills, like you are better to feel the 3D shapes in 2D space after a while. I had this exact question as well, and the answer is yes, absolutely. You the more you work in 3D, the more you're working certain muscles for 2D. 100%. There is no doubt about that. That doesn't mean you're improving your motor skills for drawing though. Like, so you can't be you're a bit, so I don't draw very well now, despite having used ZBrush for so long, because my motor skills and my ability to visualize 3D onto a 2D plane, it isn't quite there as well. Because when I'm working in 3D, if I want to see what's going on around the back, I can just turn it around, where you don't have that luxury in 2D. Just looking a bit gaunt. I feel like her head's just like a tiny bit too long. I just squash the whole thing like that. Danny, what do you suggest for somebody who just started with tablet and ZBrush? Just sculpt what you love sculpting. Just sculpt lots. Only work on stuff you want to sculpt on as well. Well, to a certain extent, but make sure you're working on a lot of stuff that you want to do and not what people tell you should be doing. That's the main thing I always suggest. Because if you're not enjoying it, then well, what's the point? No one's in it for the money. Really nice work. Have you taken a character to the point of rigging an animation? I actually rig most of my characters. Quite a basic rig. I've started using the quick rig tool in Maya with Human IK. That's about the extent I go because I don't actually animate. I just pose my characters and then like clean up the pole weighting later on. I mean, I have animated stuff when I was at uni, but that was pretty terrible. Actually, it was motion capture. Right, I need to get that rose in, don't I? Yeah, do it like Danny. Danny likes nice. I don't like grills. Okay, if I like grills, I mean I'm vegan for God's sake. I'm not into grills. just call them girls, man. I'm just gonna cover that bit up with an eyelash now because I can. Because why not? Hey Danny, is this your day job? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know why I'd say so. Yes, it definitely is. I mean, I don't stream every day. Nor do I want to. You have mentioned that you retop or early stage. Do you only divide up and sculpt from that stage and fix things as you refine the model further? No, actually. So I sculpt a. Oh, I don't have it. So I sculpt a little bit before I retopo until the topology starts fighting against me. Then I retopo and then I reproject the details that I'd previously sculpted back on. But then I will improve the topology later on if I need to. But that often isn't the case because I don't really make my characters move, so I can usually get to where I need to with the basic topology. I am going to have to change quite a bit on the body, I think, on a sculpt that I'm doing now, but not this one. Oh, I love the gizmo. It's my new favourite tool, I think. I still use transpose though, depending on the situation. And sometimes I use transpose just because I've got it out, and I have to find the Y key just to get it back, which is, you know, a pain in the ass. Sometimes I use the transpose because the gizmo tool's off somewhere and I can't be bothered going looking for it. I would love to see a full-body retopo demo in the future. Well, that's on the to-do list for Gumroad and Patreon. I think I'll probably start with the hands first, though. That seems to be requested quite a lot. Do request tutorials, by the way. I do take them on board. The more stuff gets requested, the more likely I am willing to bump it up the to-do list. Is it Mod that hates the snake hook brush? Don't have enough polygons for this. I would love to see a posing tutorial where you make a quick rig and quick weight map. Yeah, that is on the to-do list as well. I'm not that is pretty low though. I've got a, at the moment it's pretty low anyway. If you were to animate one of your characters, how would you model the eyes? Open or closed? Open. There's definitely value in modelling them closed. But I would much prefer to see how my model's looking a lot more sort of accurately, I guess. And then, but then before rigging, if the rigger wanted me to close them, then I'd just close them. Like, there's no problem with that. I have done that before on the advice of someone, close the eyes, but I couldn't get a feel for the character because she had her eyes closed, and yeah, it just seemed a bit unnecessary. When you can close them at a later point, I mean. So blink for animation, you have to model both. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Model both what? Open and closed? I mean, the rigging process does involve a lot of sort of modeling certain instances like that. I'm talking about a blend shape workflow. So what you do is so say a modeler gives the rigger the model with the eyes open, and the rigger needs to close them, then they'll model them. They'll change the model so that the eyes are closed, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's a lot of reworking stuff, if you like. Really not. You find the best concepts. I spend a lot of time looking at 2D artists' work. Is this boring to watch, by the way? This like really fine and detailed tweaking. This is. I never stream this because I always feel like it must be quite boring to see this bit. Because I'm not making any big changes. They're all like really small changes. Might be a stupid question, but how do you select and delete hide edge loops? That's not a stupid question. So by default, you'll have select rectangle when you control shift, which is just going to go off polygroups no matter what. So if you want it to knock out the edge loops, you need to have select lasso selected. And now if you hover over an edge and click it, now you can knock out the edge loop. No, not boring. Alright. Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, that not particularly boring. I mean, everything else is boring, so there's nothing particularly boring about you doing this. Okay, obviously. Can't remember what. Hang on. I made some notes. Not them. Oh, never mind. How much coffee do you drink on the daily? I'm trying to reduce my caffeine intake at the moment. Again. Trying to reduce to 2 cups a day. And then 1. And then maybe 0 one day. I think you were talking. What am I doing? I realise this looks seriously naff right now, by the way. It's another reason why I don't normally I was gonna say I don't normally stream this stuff, but I'm currently working on eyelashes, which I absolutely do usually stream. Could do with a quick retop though, I think. Yeah, I used to drink a lot of green tea actually. It's just a bit boring. I've got a lot of decaf coffee, which generally doesn't taste as good, but tea drinker. Nice. I haven't drank tea for a while actually. Call myself British. Good thick eyebrow. No, that's not going to work at all, is it? Oh, hang on a minute. I have no idea if this is going to look any good at all, but worth a try. Does going back and forth between ZBrush and Maya mess up the scale of the model? No. Not if you do it right. Don't ask me what right is though. I just know that I seem to do it right. So when I send mine over to Maya, which is in the default units of centimeters, it comes in too small, so I drop it into a group and scale it by 10 or 20, And then before I send it back to ZBrush, I rescale it back down to where it was up to. This works for me. Maybe I'm... Hello Gary. How do you make your retopper appear on top of your mesh? When I retopper it just hides inside. Do you mean in ZBrush or Maya? Oh, in Maya. Oh, if you update to I think it was Service Pack 3, Maya 2017, they sorted that issue out. Hello, Dallon. Oh, thanks, Calja. Calja. Thinking about it, another good thing about putting the eyelashes in now is you can really shape the eye a lot easier. I'm looking at the kind of the silhouette of the eye, if that makes sense. Like the shape that... It's a very specific stylized shape that's going on. Oh. This is horrible though. This is truly disgusting and offending my... eyes. Shemwe? No idea. No. Oh, I bent the friggin' eyelids the wrong way, didn't I? What an idiot. The eyelashes, sorry. What an idiot. Well, there's tons of people watching that saw me do that as well. Right, back to the old playlist, I think. How to paint? Why are people commenting YouTube videos? No, well, okay, no, you can go away. Hi. Hello. Ken Horatio, as I've already said today, and I say every time, is just make sure you're sculpting what you want to sculpt, because you'll get a lot of people saying you should sculpt this or you should sculpt that, and you might find yourself going against your instinct about what you want to sculpt. I've fallen victim to this in the past at uni. People saying why not sculpt blah 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 whatever, and I did, and it was boring and I hated it, and it's just not a good way to progress, I don't think. So make sure you're sculpting what you want to sculpt, and yeah. Hello Kenny. Yeah, and give me money. The best way to progress is by buying all my Gumroad tutorials and paying, like you'll get even better if you pay more than the asking price, and also subscribing to me on patreon.com/DannyMac. I've heard that is the key to success. That is your ticket to Blizzard. I haven't taken that ticket yet because I'm saving it for other people. Why? How is there a dent at the end of the eyelash? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, do you mean the eyelid? This bit here? What's your dream company to work for? I haven't come up with a name yet. No, I've always said the only place I'd really want to work is Disney Animation. But I mean that's just based on just like some preconceived ideas of what it means to. I mean, Disney's the best, right? I think that's the only reason. So if it really came down to it, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to work for Disney. I wouldn't love to live in the US, though. No offense. Little dent in the eyelash. To be honest, I don't really care. Like nobody at all is going to see a little dent in the eyelash. I do care that they're not pointing in the right direction though. Hamburger Empire is no place for a vegan. Oh, that's twice it's come up in one stream. Oh, trigger stream. Rise are too small. What happened to the muscle girl? I'm still working on her. I can show you if you like. if you would like to see where I'm up to, I am happy to show. In fact, I'm working on the muscle girl a lot more than I've been working on anything else, in fact, because that's what the next tutorial is going to be using. Okay. So basically I've paused it and I'm cleaning up the anatomy. There's quite a bit of clean up, to be honest. Save it again, whatever. This is where we're up to. Still need to work on the pause as well a bit. Need to fix that, and probably see what I mean about anatomy issues. Like those calf muscles are just gone really skew with. The next tutorial I'll show you if you like. Hi Danny, what kind of job in Disney? To be honest, like I'd rather work for myself, although Disney probably pay better. But it'd be character modeler. And the next tutorial will be X-Gen. I know it looks a bit funny. I haven't actually shaped everything there. This is just like a run through that I've done before the actual tutorial, where I'll make it look a bit better. But yeah, that's what this is going to be about. I don't know if you can remember what the reference looked like. I'm gonna clean up all this anatomy and stuff, like when I finish with the tutorial. No, it's X-Gen her. X-Gen like fiber mesh, but for my X-Gen is like fiber mesh, but maybe 10, 20, 500 times more powerful. Not that I'm shitting on fiber mesh. No, I am a little bit. Come on, Pixologic. Going to ask what on my Twitch? What tool he used to do the retopo there? What retopo? It depends what you're talking about. Probably the quad draw tool. I don't respond to Twitch or YouTube any more than the other. They all come through in the same chat. I just saw that someone had answered your question. That's why I didn't respond. I will not be using fiber mesh. I will be showing a few different examples of how to get guides into place, though, not just by shaping them in the traditional way, I guess. Oh, no worries, Philippe. Glad I could be of some use. What's the benefit in rigging with the eyelids open than a closed one? I have a bit of trouble understanding that. No, I think the I think you've got it the wrong way around. I think riggers prefer to rig with the eyes shut, and I think the reason is because if you're rigging with the eyes shut, then you are guaranteeing that you've got enough edge loops in place to actually shut the eyes. So if you've retopoed a model with the eyes open, you might not have enough edge loops to close the eye properly without it penetrating the eyeball. But it's really not a huge deal, I don't think. It's not a huge deal to add in an edge loop or two. It's easier to compress than stretch, yeah, essentially. But just know that I'm no rigging expert, so maybe not the best person to ask about rigging questions. How do you go about unwrapping? I'll show you if you like. So this is not how I do hard surface stuff, but for organic stuff, this is exactly what I'll do. I'll unwrap this head. Again, sorry Pixelogic. No. Probably shouldn't unwrap this right now because it's just occurred to me that I've still got to add the body, but never mind, it's not going to take me very long. Now let's separate the face. just in case I want to add more resolution. Well, that's not the most attractive. This is dangerous now. The last time I was in the UV editor, I made a massive fool of myself. Last time I was in it on the stream, anyway. It's fine. I'm in a better frame of mind this time. Oh, I don't even care. I could stitch them together, but what's the point? They're not going to be seen. Or maybe the back will be seen. Trying to, probably not. Whatever. I'm not even gonna bother. Oops. I don't know why I'm laying stuff out, because I am gonna need to do it again later. This is a certainty. But anyway, that's essentially it. It works particularly well for organic stuff. And crap, forgot to. Oh, stop whinging, Gary. I really don't care if people don't like what music I've got on. If I could get away without copyright, not copyright, or is it copyright? Infringement. then I'd put Justin Bieber on now just to irritate people. What song is this? I think it's I have no idea. I was gonna make a joke, but then I realised it was a really rubbish joke, so I decided not to. It's always best to stop yourself than to commit when you realise it's not gonna be funny. Just Shazam it. Hang on, I'll find it. There you go, Sweet. By Unlike Pluto. I liked how thick these were at first, but I think a little bit too extreme. Hello, Zenit. Might have to go through YouTube's audio library and just find the songs that don't infringe copyright, because there's tons of like normal decent music that you can use. It's just knowing which ones beforehand, which is the ball ache. And also I can tell you from experience that they changed their minds. Some of my time lapses on YouTube, youtube.com/DannyMac. Some of my time lapses have gone silent because the copyright policy was changed. No, I don't mean. Sorry, did I say library? That's not what I meant. Let me just find what I mean. I don't mean was it that? I've not looked for a while. Oh man, I've got a ton of copyright notices, loads of them. Never when I uploaded them, just since then. It's not the audio library that I meant. Music policies. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Hang on. So you can, like, someone, let's type in Bieber. Is it IE or EI? So these Justin Bieber songs, if you look, I think that means you can use it. Hang on, let me just. You can use it, you just can't make money from it. Now, if I type in, I'm sure Oasis. Oh no, it was there we go. That's what it says. If you're not allowed to use it. This song is not available for use in your YouTube videos. If you use this song, your video may be blocked or muted. So you can actually use. I could play all of those Justin Bieber songs now, which it's just occurring to me might be a funny thing to do, but it'd annoy me as well, so I'm not going to. So yeah, if you want a song playing, go and check it. If you want a song in your video. Who cares? Your mum cares. I was childish. Maybe you mean NCS? No. So now I just listen to whatever I want. Oh, I monetize YouTube. That's why I generally speaking, I play really rubbish music, but oh right, okay. Sorry. That delay. I was joking, by the way. Don't get offended. Thanks, Gary. Gary's trying to get back in my good books after he pooed all over my music. Nah, I'm only messing. I hate the music as well. Although, like I say every week, I do actually like this one. Where can I find the music you usually play during the stream? Well, this is Monster Cat. shiny topology. I hope that's a good thing. I don't like these polygroups though. Yeah, alright Gary. It's fine. You're good. Thanks. I appreciate it. I pay Gary to do that. Just you streaming today, Danny? What, on the Pixelogic channel? It's usually just me on Fridays, I think, but it changed last week. Caught me off guard. No, yeah. Next person on is Charlene tomorrow at 3 AM PDT. Which I have no idea what that is UK time now because the clock's changing has confused me. Yeah, and everyone go and watch Charlene or Unicorn Dev because she's very good. And also, oh my god, it's been 2 hours. We still haven't told people to go and follow Ashley yet. Yeah, everybody hates daylight saving time. Why don't they just scrap it? It's within your power to do that. Nobody likes it. Oh yeah, let's not forget where we were. Right. Whoa, your followers have gone up well high. Actually, no, sod this. Don't follow her. She's getting a bit too popular. I'm only joking. Go and follow Ashley. Hello, Carlin Casimir. Go and follow A Cubed on Instagram. Already following. Whoa, how many have you posted? 128. I've stopped posting work in progress. No. I think it was you I was talking to and I was saying like, you post a work in progress and everyone's like, yay! And then you post the final thing and everyone's like, yeah. So I just don't post work in progress anymore. Go and follow Ashley. Oh yeah, what was how did your story go? I listened for a bit. You finished your first story, I guess. And then I didn't think it was the stream for me. Oh, come on. Who was the dude you were streaming with? You got mean comments? And that was your brother. Mean comments on the internet, impossible. Actually, my skin is getting thicker and thicker week by week because I get so much abuse now. Every time I upload something. Yes, I know it's rubbish. I'm trying to remember what the guy said. I think I sent it to you, didn't I, Ashley? Some guy left me a comment and it was just like so harsh. No, actually they didn't say it was rubbish. Let me just find what he said. There's just like nicer ways of wording things. But when it's someone that I've no idea who they are, like it's just like doesn't matter. Okay, I found the comment, but I can't repeat it because I'm not allowed to swear on the Pixelogic channel. You mean the art challenge one? Oh no! Oh man, that was hilarious. I've still got that on my desktop. That genuinely made me laugh. Like really. This was really funny. Thanks, man. That is my favourite, I think, favourite comment I've ever seen. It's like, Q2, man. I left him a comment. I left a reply saying I agree, and he deleted the comment. Oh, wrong one. I'm really not. These eyelashes are gonna get redone. They're really not. They're not even pointing in the right direction. What was I thinking? You know what? I'm just gonna revert back to these for a bit. I need to make a style on that hair, don't I? Hang on, I'm gonna sit down. I need to put my jacket on for this, apparently. Oh, hang on! Actually, yeah, I got a pretty rubbish comment from Seagull Crush. It's all in the past, though. Camera's in a weird place now. What did Seagull say? He said he's, and it's in the past though. It was. He said, I think it looks rushed. Oh, thanks, man. You make me feel so good. Well, that was on the Poppy sculpt. Like one of the earlier ones. The impact damage of that comment was kind of cushioned by the amount of likes it got. I'm not gonna like show it. I'm not gonna like, but yeah. Screw you, Seagull Crush. I'm only messing. Oh, this music is horrible. Why did that make it onto the playlist? Oh, that was noise, wasn't it? Should I try and do that rose? Oh, I have it on anti-alias half. It's just because, in fact, yeah, I'm going to finish what I was doing actually. It's just because I was working with the eyelashes, and when I go up to the actual screen size, notice how it's all, well, alias, and it just looks better when it's anti-alias like this. See what you're doing a bit better. I'm going to change it back in a second though. Danny, have you ever worked in the film industry? No. Hey Danny, are you using a Cintiq? Which one? I'm actually using a UG 2150. I can. Yeah, just Google that. I'll write it in the chat if you want. Ah, that was the last track. Where are we? Do you like it? Is it comparable in quality? Yeah, I like it. No, the Cintiq is definitely better, but the price difference more than makes up for the deficiencies, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Like it's not a bad experience. It's just not as good. How's yours going along, Gary? Your new one. Oy, 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 oy. Oh, nice. Nice one, Gary. Nice. Bye, Nomad. Video Nomad. Okay, I have to go. Nice stream. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend. Is anyone doing anything fun this weekend? I guess, of course, Bonfire Night's only a UK thing, isn't it? Okay, Ashley. Thanks for stopping by once again. Actually, no. Please don't do it again, please. Everyone go and follow Ashley. hear that drilling outside? Oh. I've purposely made it more comfortable to stand up so that I spend most of my working day stood up. I'm already getting back pain from sitting down, so I'm going to stand up in a minute. My plan worked, but it would be nice to sit down right now. Wow, there's quite a few people watching today. How's your new standing desk? Oh, it's great, I love it. I spend maybe 80-90% of my time stood up now. I feel a lot better for it. We were only joking. Don't worry about it. Watch the video back. You'll see we were just messing about. Oh my god, you just use ZBrush pretty much for what I'm doing right now, because it's so low poly. Hello, hello, how are you? What are you doing? Hello, I'm fine, how are you? I'm currently making the rose in her hair at the minute. I might have gone a bit too detailed though, looking at it. Should have made it a bit simpler. The video on demand, like afterwards, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, it is nice to sit down sometimes, but I can't imagine. I think I'd get a bit. I don't know, if you're just watching a YouTube video or something, it's nice to sit down. I have a desk riser, by the way. So I have one of these, which just goes on your desk and then you put your stuff on there. There you go. So you can like sit down just by moving it down. It's pretty good. You saw how quick it took me to stand up. There we go, I used clear build-up then. Oh, this music's getting a bit annoying. I think I might have given this thickness a bit prematurely though. What does a rose look like? Not like this. Somewhat like this, a little bit. Ah, go away. I need some music from somewhere. So is it like 5:30 in the US now? Cause maybe I should log off. Cause it's only 4:30 here. Well, 20 to 5. Looks like they actually close up a little bit in the center. I should have looked at the reference more than I have. The rose reference, that is. Thank you. Where's it gone? I feel like I should save because it's disappeared. Unless I'm... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's quite... Is this really boring? It feels boring, pretty boring to me, so I can't imagine what it must be like to other people. Assuming no one's actually watching. Okay, so you keep yourself busy with your sculpting, then you won't get bored with mine. That's all right then. Are they happy petals, or am I going to paint them black? Have them I guess I'll wait for Pixelogic to boot me off, because it's not 5:30 here. Even black pet. Oh, I dread to ask what it is you're working on. Oops. Ah, that was. Your advice about sculpting what it is you want is Oh, right. Go on, what are you doing? I can tell you're dying for us to ask. I've never done rose petals, so you're probably looking at me now like you're doing it all wrong, I'm sure, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it look like obviously like a photorealistic rose. I ain't got time for that. Hopefully it's detailed enough. It's probably more detailed than the drawing, actually. It's just the drawing is a much neater pattern. A backward dent like that. You mean like that? They don't seem to have them. Or do you mean more than that? I've got tons of photos right in front of me. To be honest, I think feel like I'm kind of happy with it anyway. I'm not sure actually. Patterns maybe a bit intense. Oh, criticise away. It's fine. I think, well, there's quite a few different like ways. See, that's quite a timid fold over, whereas that's obviously a lot more, and that's quite a timid one as well. Okay, Rafataf, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you next week if you're about. Do you reckon? Because these ones in the middle don't have any at all. Look, they're just like going straight up. In fact, they're curling in on themselves. Push it out a bit more. Something like this. The topology's not quite right for this though, so I'm just gonna remesh it actually. Will you be at CTN this year? No, I can't afford stuff like that. Unfortunately. What if you find out that all people in the comments, YouTube and Twitch are a product of a single artificial intelligence engine? It might be. Who's to know? How would I be to know, should I say? Right, I might just sideline this for a little bit, just so I can work on the head for a bit. I'm getting a bit bored. So I'll put it into position, but with the intent of coming back and improving it later. Although I can't pull myself away from it. It's actually quite therapeutic. You don't really have to think. Just like feel like a pattern. It is a little bit boring though. Don't know what that laugh was all about. Alright, thank you for stopping by. Everyone's bailing now. Maybe 3.5 hours is too long. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you next week. Hello, man. How's it going? It looks a bit weird now that I've had a break from it. Oh, thought it was looking better than that. Oh, what? Oh. I'm probably gonna have to model this. Oh no, maybe not actually. Where's that hair gone from the top of the head? That? Oh yeah. Hello, Shelley. How's it going? Don't forget, by the way, to that Unicorn Dev, also known as Charlene. Make sure you call her Charlene. We'll be on this channel tomorrow at 3 AM PDT. There we go. Ah, thanks, Gary. I'm struggling. I don't know why I've started doing boobs on the stream. This is probably not a good idea. I think I'm gonna stop this. I'm doing alright, thank you very much. Oh, it looks weird. Oh, I think it's the lashes that are... The lashes aren't helping. This the eye as well. Oh. I stay away from it because it brings out the offensive people. Not that I feel like I'm offending other people, it's just that all the morons come out of the woodwork. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that moron's you. No. I'm gonna paint these eyes. So we've got pink roses, blue. Oh, I should show if you don't know who Unicorn Dev is, by the way, maybe you're from YouTube. I know everyone on Twitch will. Go and check her out. Wait, no, I should actually plug your Twitch channel. I haven't seen some of this stuff. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to go on a little like fest later. Go and follow her on Twitch as well. She's better than I am. She does what I do, but like in an enjoyable way. Show my. Oh, sorry, I missed you. Oh, I've clicked it off as well. All this eye is just like a proxy texture because I'm going to do a procedural eye in RenderMan, but it's nice to make it look a bit more presentable while you're sculpting because it helps you see where you're going. Oh, it does for me anyway. Oh. Oh, thanks, Charlene. High five, lol. You can. I'm not gonna be critting anything. Mainly because I'm going in 5 minutes anyway. But hello, hey Bay. Where do you render your characters, Danny? RenderMan. In Maya. That's not right. I'm happy with the size of the eye now though. So I need to move the stuff around it. And it's this retro orbicularis oculi fat that I have trouble with. Yeah, I've been learning anatomy recently, so I have to say the words that I've learned. Like a kid. Like my daughter when she gets home from school. Maybe I could make them tiny bit smaller actually. It might be quite useful. What was the longest time it took to master a certain part of sculpting Retopo? Been struggling. I've been struggling. Learn how to make. I think everyone struggles with hands, you know. I know I did. I still do. I still got a lot to learn with hands, for sure. Although I've still got a lot to learn with everything. Feels like the more you learn in art, the more you realise that how much you've got left. It never stops increasing. Oh, I should be saying my goodbyes. Don't forget, ZBrush is available as a for free for I think it's 40-day trial. I forget. Just check the website. And also don't forget that Charlene will be sculpting right here on the Pixelogic Twitch channel at 3 AM PDT. Now I've really no idea what that is UK time, so I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm sure someone in the chat knows though. AM. Oh, of course you know. Sorry. Yeah, so 10 AM UK time. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to work it out, because the whole clocks going back thing is just gonna completely confuse me. I can't stop doing that with the eye. Right, it'll do for now. Actually, I don't. Actually, it's time to go, isn't it? Hello, Kev. Is that Kev from ages ago, Kev? Confused now. can't remember. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh god. Oh, what have I done here? Right, it is time to go. I am fudging things up. I can't pull myself away. Damn you, ZBrush. Do you ever get this problem where you just can't, you know that you're just messing it up because you've been staring at it for too long, but you can't pull yourself away from it? Right, come on. It's gonna take some courage. Right, thank you all for stopping by and watching the stream today. I feel like I've been really annoying today. That's just my review of my stream there. I feel like I've been annoying. That bottom eyelid especially is offending me. In fact, the whole eye. It's not sitting properly. I'll sort it. Thanks, Poseidon Art. I appreciate that. Really does need some work though. Yeah, it's yeah, no, it's not wrapping around the eyeball enough. Yeah, no, I've got to go anyway. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye.